Yo, bro, is that a Skoda?
Yeah.
Where you want me?
Yo, where you want me, bro? This is not a porno. Come on, just right on the car.
Hi, I'm Zunaid and I'm driving a Skoda Fabia Mk1 VRS. So this is a 2006 model. The vehicles, well, Skoda is made in the Czech Republic. Very big in India, very big in UK. And yeah, we in South Africa didn't get it, unfortunately. It's from the VW family. It falls under the VW umbrella. And yeah, it comes with the 9N Polo 1.9 TDI engine, which was 96 kilowatts. And yeah, we just did a little bit of work on it just to give that little bit more extra.
So if it wasn't sent to South Africa, how did you get your hands on it?
Well, by pure luck. So we did, there was a guy from the UK who initially bought it, one owner from New, and he relocated to South Africa, to Cape Town, and had it for a few years and then decided to sell it, and it just so happens I was at the right place at the right time. It's actually my holiday car. I had it, I bought it in Cape Town. It's been parked in Cape Town for the past 2 years. Yeah, every year when I go down to Cape Town, that's the car we used to run around. And then one day I just said, hey, you know what, the car doesn't get the appreciation it deserves down in Cape Town, let's bring it up to Durban and yeah, just get some things done on it. So yeah, that's where we are currently.
Holiday car in Cape Town, what are you doing in Cape Town?
I just love the city.
Okay.
So yeah.
You work there or anything?
No work there. I work for Alert Engine Parts here in KZN.
Okay.
So yeah, cover basically the whole North Coast and Midlands and stuff like that. So yeah, stock power on this vehicle is 96 kilowatts. When I brought it down to Durban, I took it up to a friend of mine, Ricardo from RK Motion. We did a mild stage 1 software with hard cut limiter. Then we went down to another friend of mine who said, hey, listen, we need to do a bigger intercooler. We did some piping, straight pipe, down pipe, everything done, but very mild, everything very mild. So what we did here now is, or what we plan to do is actually up the turbo, preferably a 1756. And yeah, Ricardo is still busy with figuring out what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, because there's also injectors involved. We want to get a bigger cam in there. Lishan from Listrix, yeah, he's also another very good friend of mine. He's also working very closely with the project, and the guys from Darkside Developments, okay, from the UK.
Okay, from the UK.
Yeah, so yeah, they're doing all their homework and getting everything sorted out.
So you got the right hands on this project then?
Pretty much, yeah.
Listrix, RK, Darkside.
Best in the business.
Yeah, yeah. So I got a complaint on my YouTube page about me not wearing seat belts. So I need to wear seat belts. Yeah. Upgraded clutch?
No, everything pretty much stock. So stock turbo, BV39, stock injectors, Engine hasn't been opened, everything is still stock.
Nice.
But yeah, we are experiencing a little bit of clutch slippage on the top. But yeah, all that there to be upgraded.
Mainly on the top though.
Yeah, mainly on the top.
What's your favorite part about the car?
Boost. I just enjoy the weird stairs people give.
The weird stairs.
Yeah.
That must be nice. Like, what the hell is that?
It just brings a smile to my face.
And you stay in borderline VW heaven in Phoenix.
Pretty much, yes.
And then you got something like this that's completely just...
Yeah, so yeah, especially when you go to car meets and stuff like that, you get all these weird looks and you can literally liberate the guys, like going like, what the hell? Yeah. Yeah, so fun.
Is it somewhere in between an Audi, a VW? The first time you sent me those pictures, I looked at it from the back. I was like,
A little bit confusing.
Yeah.
So I often get guys looking at the front of the car and like, hey, is that a Rover? And then you get guys looking at it from the back of the car and they want to know, like, you know what, is it like a RunX? And then they realize, you know, hold on, it's diesel, it's a TDI, you know. So yeah, it's for me, pure aesthetics. Love the shape, and a lot of people won't really take to it. But yeah, only a true VW enthusiast will know its true potential and value.
So you've been a VW man all your life?
All my life, yeah. All my life.
Do you have any other rides besides this one?
So I've got a Polo 6 GTI, I've got a 2-door GT. I'm currently working on another project right now, which is a Mk1 2-door. That's going to be 2-liter 16-valve turbo. So yeah, still busy with that project. Yeah, a number of the cars. We had GTI, Golf 2 GTI 16 valves, the 1.8Ts, been through the mill.
So it was natural that you get something a bit unique in the VAG family.
Correct, 100%.
So would you say that this is one of the most unique VAG cars?
Yes, I would. But also in saying that, we're not 110% sure that this is the only VRS in South Africa. Look, we've seen a few Skodas, especially in Cape Town, like your Octavias and stuff like that. There was one Fabia, not a VRS though. That was a 1.4 16 valve. It was similar to the Polo Vivo setup. Yeah.
So the VRS in this, is kind of like the GTI or the RXI in this Fabia, Skoda Fabia version.
That would be correct. Yeah.
Okay. This is the performance version, the VRS.
Version. It's correct. Yeah.
Is there any difference between the 9N Polos and this here in terms of performance?
Performance-wise, no. They both, the 9N Polo Sportline was 96 kilowatts, same engine, exact same kilowatts. All the parts are exactly the same. The gearbox is slightly different. That's more, it looks more like from the Golf 5 TDI family compared to the 9N Polo. But yeah, other than that, pretty much the same.
Gear changes, clutch.
Hundreds.
Very, very nice. mic'd up in the Skoda. The first ever Skoda drive. Right now, it is so much of torque. Yeah, I'd never tell this is a 2006 vehicle.
Everything is so smooth, eh?
Bro.
Solid.
Very nice car. Well done on looking after it like this.
Sure, thanks, man.
Can I do one more round?
Yeah, you go for it. I see you. I told you you're gonna enjoy it. I told you.
Yeah, it's so flippin' comfortable.
So one of the extras when purchasing the vehicle was the owner who actually opted for the full leather interior. So that was a bonus. It comes with a manual 6-speed gearbox. As you can see, the dashboard is almost identical to the Mk1 Golf, the Velos. The steering wheel as well. The velocity dash is very similar. You will see these are different, the vents here are different, and it's longer towards the windscreen. So yeah, pieces of it can fit here, but yeah, this is the original Skoda.
So
dash.
Very similar properties to the dash.
Very similar.
Which aspects you think besides the dash?
Okay, so we got the whole suspension setup, 9N Polo. We actually matched it to the 9N Polo. I bought a set of ARC Street Pro coilovers for the 9N, direct fit. Pretty much everything, engine mountings, gearbox mountings, shock mountings, everything.
So you know what I'm going to ask you next, is there ever going to be an R32 in this?
We changed the wheels. They normally come with 16-inch wheels. I found a set of Skoda Octavia wheel 17s. We brought it down from the UK. 17-inch, we brought them down, and yeah, just gave them a small refurb, put them on, and yeah, we're good. So far, so good.
The ARC coilovers, how much did you drop them? Any idea like what mil drop it has in the front?
No idea whatsoever. We just use finger space.
Okay.
I just wanted it like 1 finger space in the front and 2 in the back, and then it's like, yeah, okay, done.
You think there's the thing where you have to go over the speed bump sideways and stuff?
No, not with this car.
Okay.
Not with this car. So it's got enough clearance in the front, so it clears the speed bumps quite nicely. It's very comfortable ride.
Oh, this is VW, alright.
100%. As you can see, exactly the same as the Polo 1.9 TDI.
Yep. Is it possible to take that engine cover out? Oh, it does. Okay, there we go. So as it stands, still stock rods, pistons, all of that stuff.
Internally, everything is still stock, but like I said, yeah, we've got Ricardo and Lish. They're busy. First and foremost is Lish is you're gonna have to go forge rods. So, yeah.
Where would you like the power output to be, and where's it sitting now?
So currently, we've got a stage 1 mild tune. and we wanted it to be safe. So we did it at, so now it's making on Autotrix dyno, it's making 125 kilowatts at 440 Newton meters of torque. We'd like to get it up to somewhere between the 170, 180 kilowatt range. Star Sound Apocalypse running on Targas, Targa monoblock.
Clean.
Clean, yeah.
I like it. The car is clean, and even though it's black, I can't see a lot of scratches going on, and I like that.
That's because the car is not a, it's not a daily car.
Yeah, it's not a daily.
And I wouldn't want it to be a daily car. So yeah, this car just comes out on the weekends.
Can I just stop you right there? Who's all these cats in the background that are hanging out here around our shoot?
Oh, that's okay. So that's the guys that a very close group of friends. If you look to your left, you'll see a lot of Cupras, 1.9 TDIs, and yeah, this is basically.
Okay, so this is the crew.
This is the crew, every day, all day, every day.
Right, guys, so this click actually brought me a gift. I'm very excited. Thanks, man.
No stress, bro. This is from Alert Engine Parts and one of our suppliers, Drive Bradley from Drive. So, the token of appreciation.